Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with gym rats basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the EDGE program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training, just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
I just want to be the best in basketball. So I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me. So I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels, we did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts, all with a 99% career success rate.
You belong here.
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 I belong here.
always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
In 4 years, this could be you.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts.
You belong here!
Our football team haven't won a sectional title in 32 years.
There's no team better than us if we just do our job.
Nobody really want to lose no more.
All you want is greatness. You want me 1, 2, 3?
This is the game that's been on my calendar all year.
We gonna need fan discipline.
We a whole different Northside team.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Welcome into the Sport One Parkview Ice House. We have week number 3 of high school hockey here on SummitCitySports.com. And our first matchup of the night is going to be the Fort Wayne Vipers and the Carroll Chargers. Welcome in to our Facebook and YouTube. Brandon Porter here, your play-by-play. Joe Hacker once again on the color. And we got Hunter Sosenheimer joining us on camera. So we got the pretty much the OGs back together.
Yeah, Brandon, thanks for having me on the program. It's always a pleasure to be out here on Wednesday nights. And we've got some heavy hitters here this week. We've got Carroll Vipers up first, top 2 teams in the league. Should be a good one. First place, not exactly on the line. Well, actually it would be, because the Vipers would have the tiebreaker. And the nightcap, Leo and Homestead, should be a good one as well. Looking forward to getting it done here tonight with you, Brandon. Should be a great week 3.
Take a look at some of the stats. As you mentioned, the first place Carroll Chargers, 2-0 on the season, perfect record. They are the highest scoring team, 14 goals already on the season, 14 goals for. The next closest is 5. That's the Vipers. Also, Carroll, the lowest goals against, 2. They are just wiping the floor right now.
Yeah, it's been a stellar start to the season for Carroll in league play and out of league play. An 8-2 win last Wednesday, a 6-0 win against Homestead. The out-of-conference crossover stuff, which crossover games this weekend should be some good ones. It's gone very well. It's very early on in the season. This number, I'll preface, means almost nothing. But as it stands presently, actually I should make sure I get this updated, but as of yesterday, I took a peek at the My Hockey rankings for Indiana High School. Carroll ranked number 2, but pause. We're going to double check if that's still the case, because these rankings do update on Wednesdays. Pulling the page up now, they have dropped to number 3, but nonetheless, so Carroll, some crossover games over the weekend. Played Southwest Michigan Blades, played Penn, and we'll see who the other one team that they played was. Culver. And you know what? Beat Penn, lost to Southwest Michigan and Culver, who are the only 2 teams above them in the early ranking game. Emphasis on the early. But yeah, so we'll see what they do here today. This is going to be their best test in the conference so far in the form of the Fort Wayne Vipers.
Take a look at last week's games. Carroll picked up, as I mentioned, that 8-2 victory over the Lions last week. The Vipers picking up a 4-2 win over Homestead, so both teams coming in with a win. The Chargers on the streak. More highlights from last week's. Dylan Braun just continuing. 3 goals, 1 assist, 4 points. Brody Burge, 1 goal, 3 assists. Finn Cup, 1 goal, 2 assists. Carter Ganau, 1 goal, 2 assists. And Darcy Kosh picked up 2 goals. Our highlights from last week's games.
Yeah, and we talked about Dylan Braun plenty last week. You know what? And I'm sure we will tonight. We'll try and cool it a little bit, but, I mean, it's hard to cool what has been a flaming hot start to the season. 10 points. He had a point. I believe we got through the first, 9 goals of Carroll's season that he had a point on. So slowed down for the last couple of periods last week. And then, like you mentioned, Darcy Kosh, 2 goals for the Vipers last week. We'll see if they can start to elevate their goal scoring a little bit. Had 4 goals, including the empty netter last week. Both of them on the power play as well. The Vipers yet to score a 5-on-5 goal. Actually, okay, I retract. They've got 1 5-on-5 goal this whole season. So we'll see tonight if they can do it at 5-on-5, because if it's only the power play, you're climbing an uphill battle there. But shout out to the Vipers, a 4-2 win last week, exactly as I predicted if you would have checked out my column over on SummitCitySports.com.
Speaking of your predictions for this one, you update this every Thursday morning, so you can check that out on SummitCitySports.com and our Facebook page, Summit City Sports. Joe does a preview and recap. And what do you got for this first matchup?
Well, so for this one, we're looking at a Carroll 6, Vipers 3. So we'll see how this one goes. You know what? I will preface, it's very late when I write typically these things. And I mean, it's been a full week. I don't even remember what my full reasoning was. But we'll see. Carroll, obviously, the high-powered offense. The Vipers, 3 goals. That might be honestly slightly generous given their lack of 5-on-5 production. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It should be interesting.
Take a look at next week's games. The Vipers. Oh, no, that's this week. Next week, the Vipers and Leo. So I was right in a way. Mm-hmm. We'll kick things off at 7, Homestead and Carroll at 9. That is Veterans Night, so we'll open with pregame ceremonies there. The next upcoming event will be Cancer Night, February the 1st of the new year. We got about 5 seconds left in the warm-ups, and then we'll pause for the anthem, and after that, we will have puck drop. So we will take a very quick break here. You're watching high school hockey on SummitCitySports.com.
Waffle breakfast sandwiches are dropping at Tim's. Our sweet, fluffy maple waffles, packed with a fresh cracked egg, savory sausage, or sizzling bacon, and melty, gooey cheese. The Maple Waffle Breakfast Sandwich, made to make your day. It's time for Tim's.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Now back here at the Sport One Parkview Ice House, teams are heading to the blue line, so we will turn it down to PA Todd Mulholland for tonight's anthem. All right, taking a look at our on-ice officials for tonight's matchup. We have on the line DeJarnett and Chin. Still don't know their first names. It does not come to mind. And then on the bands, we have Chad Schiebel, is it?
Yeah, I mean, as far as I know.
I think it's Chad Schiebel.
I think that's correct.
And Tim Clark. They are.
Yeah, let's do it tonight, man. Bands. Let's have a good one. I think over-under for this game on time. I think we're looking at a solid hour. I think an hour is pretty good line. That is absolutely a joke, by the way.
Take a look at the starting goaltenders for tonight's matchup. First for the Carroll Chargers. He is the #1 goalie in the city right now with a 1.0 goals against and a .944 save percentage. Carson Carteau. And opposite of Carson is Ben Marks coming in with a 2.05 goals against average and a .915 save percentage.
Yep, no surprises there, Brandon. No surprises. The .944 save percentage for Carteau looking pretty nice so far. Looking pretty good. Only 34 saves, though. I mean, that's about one solid game's worth. So
I think that's one of the highest save percentages we've seen in a while.
I don't know. Last year, we had some pretty high save percentages.
Oh, I guess maybe.
I think Vanderbilt's was really high.
Like I said, my memory is terrible due to my concussions. But here is Burge coming down the far side. Behind the net, he'll wrap it around to the near side. Braun reverses to Burge. Centering feed to Drexler is broken up. Burge has it back. Far side corner, still with possession, drops it back, nobody there, and it'll be picked up by the Vipers. Backstrom off the wall, poked away there by Braun. Spear with it, leads the breakout up to Kosh. Darcy Kosh over the blue line to the far side with a wrist shot, hits a shin guard, and it will be picked up by Drexler. That one, turnover, here come the Vipers. Into the zone, working their way down low. I believe that is Bartels. And it was. Moving it around, it's going to be knocked away. Chargers have it, they'll clear out the zone. It will not be an icing, as it does not have enough. Scully behind the net, pressured by Burge. Gets up to Van Ryn. Looking for Edwards, it's knocked wide of him, so Edsel picks it up in his defensive zone, goes off the wall, behind the net to the near side, Van Ryn. He is stripped of the puck by Cup, and it'll be picked up in the defensive zone by the Vipers. Van Ryn clears out. Passes a little too hard for White. Scully picks it up, trying to go up the near side. It's knocked away. Here comes Cup, hits the brakes. Westhoff is there, tries to play a little defense. It's now on to Rice's stick. He'll send it into the far corner, bounces off the wall to the near side. White. Bit of a blind touch, but it's picked up by the Chargers. Coming down the near side is Ganau. Ganau with a wrist shot. Glove save. Marks.
Not a bad start. I mean, you know what? Good pace back and forth. Everyone getting their legs into it, getting a little flowiness going on. But, Brandon, I mean, just to harken back 1 second, are you sure it's the concussions as to why your memory isn't good?
Yes, with 3 of them. And, in fact, I can't play anymore. My short-term memory is not so good. Considering one of the assistant coaches for the Vipers, an old teammate of mine from the IPFW Macedons, Derek Moss, had some hard shots.
Yeah, well, we'll have to bring that up with him.
And he had some hard shots. Here's Burge in the slot with a shot, and it's poked away by Kosh.
Nice defensive play.
Burge still with it along the far side. Gives a little backhand sauce to Braun, and it is worked out of the zone. Kosh with it. Poke checked away onto the Carroll stick. That one looking for Burge. It's played now Backstrom. Off the wall. Spear with it. Tries to one-hand touch it up ice, and it's going to be played by the Vipers as the Chargers cleared out. Phillips looks up to Burge. Burge taking a look, comes down the near side, elects to just dump it inside the zone. It'll go to the far side. Brown is there. He's met on the long wall by Burge. Brody Burge with it, cuts to the middle, backhand try, blocked by Backstrom. At the point, kept in. Sent down low. Brown and Burge are there. Burge lost an edge. And Spear can't clear the zone. Good.
Beautiful read.
Yes, good read from Cup, and that one's out. Kosh has it for the Vipers over the line on the attack. Poke checked away there at the blue line.
I mean, they're just holding the lines very well here the last couple of seconds at least.
That one's directed to the far side. White cannot get it gathered up in his skates. Edwards off the wall. Kept alive. Here are the Chargers. Ganau feeds to the slot. Broken up there by Bertels. Ganau with it to Cup. Cup takes it back to the point. Off the wall. Back to Ganau. Ganau looking down for Cup. White pressuring Backstrom. Sends it around. Van Ryn near side. Gets it over. Here is Edwards the other way. Poke checked at the blue line. Vipers just cannot get it in the zone right now. Looks like they might have to start doing a dump and chase potentially.
Yeah, Carroll's on point at the moment.
That shot from Cup is wide. It's going to be along the near half wall. Out to the point. Chipped off the wall. It's going to be Ian White. Out to the point once again. Plankia drive and a diving block there from Van Ryn. Here's Ganau. Feeds to the slot and tied up there was Drinkall. At the point, they can't hold the line. It's going to be played by the Chargers in the neutral zone. Flipped in.
Stick.
Yep, and they'll call it. Or no, he's going to let it go. Wow.
I mean, the faceoff was going to be there either way, so.
Let's see if it might backfire here. As Watson has it off the glass, down the ice, and it'll be an icing. So,
Carroll coming with the heat there for a few minutes. My goodness. I mean, that Burge and Braun group, I mean, they were out there just hemming them in. I mean, keep those guys out there. Vipers quickly on the back foot now.
Yeah. Whistler out there with Baldwin opposite him and center. And the faceoff's won by Drexler. There's a wrist shot right in the glove. Marks didn't even have to really do much. Just kind of just caught it.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
It's always nice as a goaltender when you don't have to do a butterfly. You can just stand up and catch it.
Quick and easy.
So another far side face-off. Won by Drexler once again. Drinkall hard around the boards to the near side. At the point, they do not hold the line. Gooden goes up the center ice to the far side. Wraps it around to the near corner. Rice is there. Takes a bump in the corner as it will be a tie up there. And working free is Brown with a wrist shot. That one hits the shoulder of Carteau and drops into the glove.
As a goaltender, I mean, when you don't see some action for a few minutes, good job by Carteau, able to stay engaged, make that save. Not a super challenging shot, obviously, but, just to make sure you're waking up. It's still early in the game.
Yeah, when you don't see a lot of action, you just do whatever you can to stay focused.
I know Andrei Vasilevsky a couple years ago when he was not playing very well, it's because they were too good and he wasn't seeing any action. He felt like he couldn't stay engaged. So it's a real thing.
Here come the Chargers. Down the middle to the far side. That's Cup. Behind that centering feed to Wolf is knocked wide. And they hold. No, they don't. I thought they held the line.
Yeah, that lane Cup was trying to pass it through. It's pretty covered. Probably a situation where it would be best to hold on to that extra second, try and come out the other side, maybe work it out high to the point, which it got to eventually anyways. But, yeah, I mean, no need to try a little semi-hope pass out in front.
Simplicity, no force. Off the tie-up, it'll be played by Shearer. Dumps into the zone. It's going to be gathered up Brown behind the net. Pressured now is Shearer. Brown off the glass. Far side half wall. Braun is there. Knocks it away briefly. Edwards gets it back. It's stolen, and we're going to have a penalty on Burge.
Honestly, you know what? I'm not even going to really argue that one. I'll give him that. So that should, you would think, be a 2 and 10.
Trip? Unless he called it
I
D.
don't know. I thought. Okay.
Cross-check.
Well, so he got pretty fortunate on that. I thought it probably was going to be a check from the back. So, all right, Vipers power play. This is where they've been doing their damage, Brandon.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do. First opportunity of the evening with 9:08 left here in the first. Faceoff's won by the Chargers. However, the Vipers will gather up the loose puck. Out to the point. Here's Scully. Over to Backstrom, far side. Fakes the shot, goes down to the corner. Kosh is there behind the net. Off the back to himself. Kosh taking his time, looking at the options. Still taking the time. Set up behind the net, tries to stuff the short side, and it's easily stopped there by
Yeah, I think
Carteau.
he thought he might be catching Carteau lacking there. He was, in fact, not catching Carteau lacking.
Yeah, always hard when behind the net. The goaltenders obviously can't really see there, so they got to use their peripherals. Tried to hope to catch Carteau doing a lateral movement. There's a wrist shot wide.
Good traffic in front there, too. I don't know if Carteau saw that one until late. Luckily, it was wide.
Over to the far or near side. It's Scully with a drive, and it's blocked out in front. Out to the point. Backstrom with it. Backstrom over to Scully, leading it from near side. That shot easily sticked away by Carteau. Behind the net is Kosh. Kosh goes back behind the net. He really sets up in Gretzky's office. Scully with it at the point, goes over to the far side. Here's a shot, and it's loose at the side of the net, and a great play there by Tigner. And it clears the rebound and out of the zone.
And just as you say, Kosh been setting up behind the goal, pops out in front. I think he got the tip on that one with that long reach. I thought he was going to be able to finish that one off, but played away by the Chargers.
Racing up the far side, Bertels. At the far corner rather is Kosh once again. Still out there. 30 seconds remaining on the power play. Out to the point, here's Scully. Scully or a shot, save made, rebound to the corner. Gross along the corner, gets it to Kosh. Kosh once again behind the net. Feeling the pressure from Klein. Tries to bounce it off the wall, kept in by Edsel. With a rush shot through the legs, that one stopped. Rebound to the high slot, diving play, can't gather it. Braun able to clear. And that will do it for the power play. Edsel to Gross. Along the near side, it will be gathered up in the defensive zone by Edsel. He's got Cup all over him. Schiebel, unfortunately, just caught in the middle there. Not much he can do.
He's still in there.
As it's worked to Rice. Rice dumps it inside the zone, takes a bounce towards the net, poked away by Carteau. As here come the Chargers. Oh, kept in at the point. Sent down low is going to be played by the Chargers, tied up along the wall. As it's worked free to Rice. He sends it to the corner. At the point, Watson able to keep it in. Chargers have it now, and here they come down the near side. Cup has to hit the brakes, and a delayed offsides as Rice bumped Burge over the line. Watson has it for the Vipers, off the wall. Played now Fiedler with 6:05 left here in the first, no score. Play taken away, here's Braun. Nice move to the slot. Bumped off the play and gathered in Van Ryn. Van Ryn into the zone with a wrist shot right into the gut of Carteau.
Burge trying to take that one into the middle. Three Vipers kind of collapsing on him from all sides there, stifling that opportunity, had it knocked away.
So
did I say Burge?
Yeah.
I meant Braun. I know who I'm talking about. It's the Bees. It's the Bees that sound like it starts BR, so.
Off the draw, that's going to be controlled by the Chargers and eventually worked out of the neutral zone. Battling for his Bertels, and the Chargers able to clear out. At the referee's crease, Braun takes a hit, and there will be a penalty.
I don't know. I feel like that one was a little weak. I mean, it was a little late, but I feel like that's kind of on the softer side of late hits, man. Like, I don't know about that.
A call made by the back official Clark, so he must have saw something there.
I mean, he was also right next to the Carroll bench, who voiced their displeasure on that one.
So the Chargers with the first power play.
For them.
For them, yes.
Carroll, I think their power play has been okay, too. Let me reference our noties here. I mean, their special teams have been fine. I mean, scored 4 special teams goals in the first game.
Here's Braun. Bumped into the wall. Gnow's there. They're really hammering them at the boards. Worked out to the point. Over the cup near side with a wrist shot right into the glove of Marks. Yes, Marks.
Yeah, just low danger shot there. I mean, there was no one here on this half wall for him, but maybe just a soft play into the corner kind of set it up a little bit more. But you get the face off right here, so I guess you're not doing any harm.
Yeah, you
Personal
never know.
preference.
You never know.
Really do. You really do. You do never know. I mean, low shot is what I would be looking for there, though. Not a high glove. I'd be looking for a low shot on if you wanted to go that shot from the point. I guess I should clarify my stance on that. I'm not anti-shot. I'm anti-high shot.
Yeah. So that one misses the mark. It'll be picked up Brown behind the net. Oh, he fanned on it. Drops it back to Backstrom, who will throw it around the wall and cup. Trying to keep it, cannot. Spear throws it down the ice. The Chargers have it behind their net, looking to set up the breakout. Coming down the far side is Braun. Braun along the half wall hits the brakes. At the hash marks, drops it. Back to Ganau. Back to Braun. Braun, nice spinorama move there. Works to the middle. Oh, lost it for a second there. Braun has it. Out to cup at the point. 48 seconds remaining here on the power play. Almost offsides. Braun has it. Good stick lift there. But Burge has it back. Out to the point cup. Down to Braun. Braun tries to move again. Blocked off by Bertels.
Bertels just shutting the door on him.
Here's Ganau. Backhands to the far corner. Nobody there for the Chargers, so Brown will have it and clear it down the ice.
I mean, but they're lucky that it took them that long to get it cleared. I mean, there were a couple of really good keeps there by Carroll to keep that one alive. I mean, Bertels breaking up Braun a couple of times as well. Great effort by number 9.
Here is Burge, near side, out to the point. It is Drexler. Back to Burge, near side corner. Out to the point, cup. Down to Burge. Burge at the point, takes a look. There's a shot from the top of the circle, right in the glove of Marks.
Nice save there by Marks.
And that'll do it for the power play. Vipers return to full strength.
Well done. Well done. A good kill. Some opportunities there for the Chargers, but the Vipers doing a good job limiting that and keeping the puck out of the back of their net. We're still tied at 0 here. 3:33 to go, first period.
We got Drexler to draw against Gross. Gross wins it back to the corner. Baldwin is there. When it goes around to the far corner, Drinkall is there. Takes a bit of a hit. That's from Scully. Out muscles him, and Kosh comes away with it. Tries to go around Drexler, loses the possession, and it'll be picked up by the Chargers. Sent back into the zone. Scully, a nice little spin move there, but unfortunately lost possession, and the Chargers will dump it back in. Worked out to the far side. Kosh, nice stick there by Drexler. Sends it to the near side.
Baldwin had all the time in the world up here if that pass was on the tape to him.
Gross able to get it into the neutral zone. Rouse with it. Off the wall, back in, delayed offsides. The Chargers will go for a line change. Scully racing up the near side. Over the line, and he takes a bump from Burge. Directed towards the net, tipped down in front by his own defenseman, and Carto has it.
Yeah, Carto gets the job done there, and Carroll really strong here in this period, Brandon. Very strong.
Yeah, the Vipers looking pretty good, too. I mean, they've been hemmed in a few times, but able to weather the storm.
Yeah, you said it. I mean, they've been hanging on. They've been doing the thing. Offensive zone draw here. I mean, the power play for them went fine, so we'll see if now with an O-zone draw if they can kind of get something going in the last 2.5 of the period.
Well, they win the face-off. The shot from Backstrom's blocked out in front, and Shearer has it now for the Chargers. Down the far side, they'll shoot it into the zone. Backstrom reverses to the far corner. Braun has it in the neutral zone. Goes up. Wow, bad bounce off the stanchion right to Brown. Oh, he fanned on it. It's in the corner, Shearer.
He got planted pretty good there.
Round to the far side. Braun is there. He's tied up with Edwards. Bertels is there as well, tying up with Shearer. One big tie-up over there. Backstrom out to the point, held in. There is a chip into the corner. Around to the far side. Edwards tries to clear, bounces off Burgess' stick. Nice jump there to keep it in, but it is cleared by Bertels. Onside now, work to the near side. It is Backstrom to Scully. Scully kind of loosely flips it into the neutral zone. Gathered up now by the Chargers off the glass. Able to be gloved down by Backstrom, and this one's cleared and will be an icing.
There you go. Icing.
1:14 left here in a scoreless first period.
There is a score.
0-0, I mean,
I know.
If you want to be
I don't know.
technical.
I'm with you. I'm more of a scoreless guy when it's 0-0, but I don't know. Just poking fun, I guess.
One penalty for each team as well. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play as the faceoff's won by the Vipers. It's in the near side corner. White tries to center to Cup, blocked out by Scully. Watson far side, off the wall. Westhoff clears at the zone. Minute to play here. Off the wall. Oh, wow. Rice almost kept it in after losing an edge.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, that was fortunate. If he didn't lose an edge, I think that puck gets out.
There's a chance wide. In the slot was Cup. High danger chance there for the Chargers, and they missed the net.
Yeah, you got to hit the net in that situation.
Rice with the shot. Steered to the corner by Carteau. Far side, the Chargers clear out. Watson has it. Backhand. Hits the shin guard. Here come the Chargers. Cup. Oh, he can't get there. Watson.
That's out. That's out.
Oh, they ruled onside, but they retreated, thinking it was off.
I think it was off.
That one cleared down the ice, and it will be an icing with 12.8 left in the first.
Yikes. Gosh, you got to hit the net on this opportunity down here. I believe it was Cup. I mean, if you hit the net there, that's like 95% chance of goal. Tough break.
So to take a draw here in the near side offensive zone is Braun. He's up against Gross. Face-off won by Braun. Burge with it. Off the wall to the corner. Braun. Oh, missed Burge, and that will go down. And will be an icing?
Yeah.
Braun cleared it, I thought.
Oh, you're right.
Braun cleared it.
That's tough. Oh, well. I mean, 2.2 seconds left, so not big deal.
I think the officials, Sheeble is telling them, hold on a minute. So we're going to have an offensive zone face-off in the Chargers then for the Vipers.
Yeah.
So normally, isn't that normally out to center ice when there's a mix-up?
Or
is that just
think,
at the space CHL level?
I don't know. I think because it was just like I don't know. We can discuss later.
There's a shot right off the draw, and the save by Carteau.
That was about as good of a chance as you usually see with 2.2 seconds left.
So with that, we'll take a break here. You're watching high school hockey on SummitCitySports.com.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Area Serious sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never.
All right, back here for the second period. Puck just down on the ice as it's Tigner off the wall. Oh, he nailed Schiebel.
Nice.
It's picked up now by Burge. Burge over to Shearer. Shearer over the line. Sends it down to the wall behind the net. Vipers doing a good job boxing out Braun tonight. He wasn't able to get to the puck on that one. Now he's behind the net. Tries to feed to the slot, and he missed. Kraus can't hold it in. Kraus off the wall. Nobody really there for the Chargers, so the Vipers dump it in. Tigner with it. Looking for a stretch pass. Hits the shin guard of Kosh. Backstrom off the glass and down to Kosh. Off the wall to himself. Nice 2-on-1 chance here. Kosh to Spear. Spear shot.
Wow.
Save. Carto.
Beautifully done. Beautiful save.
Well, the move by Kosh there to come in beats the defenseman for a 2-on-1 chance.
Yeah, and the pass as well. The Spear was on the money. Carto just able to get over a little bit quicker. And the Spear was able to let the shot go. But, a beautiful play by that Vipers duo. Carto just comes up big, though. Preserves this tied game at 0.
Face-off won by the Vipers. Edsel, spin around move, trying to keep it over the line. Able to do so. It's in the corner. Spear. Bumped into the wall. As here's Kosh. Kosh to the low slot, and it's directed up into the glass. I believe it was off the stick of Fiedler.
Yeah, big play there by Fiedler. Kosh, plenty of room. Carto was down. Kosh looked like he was going for that high near corner. If Fiedler doesn't get the stick on it, no doubt about it, I think that one probably finds the back of the net.
Yeah. So we'll redo that one as the wingers crept in.
The what?
Wingers crept in.
I just said what? Some gibberish.
Not auf Deutsch. Here's Kosh. Kosh with a shot, and it's once again into the safety netting.
What was that, German or something?
Yeah.
I don't know any German. I don't really know any German.
Yeah, it's something I don't really get to use too much often. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, this is America, baby.
Here's Kalinke in the far side. Tied up in the wall, Bertels, Van Ryn, Braun, and Kalinke. Bertels works it free. It's picked up Shearer, over to Burge. Burge over the line, hits the brakes. Directs it down low. Out to Kalinke, held the line, and that one's tipped wide by Brown. Burge with it, still in the zone, out to Kalinke, and he takes a wrist shot wide of the net once again. Chargers have been missing the net quite a bit tonight.
Yeah, I guess that's probably the criticism you got to have at this point.
Fiedler a drive, and that was blocked. Braun a chance, and that one is blocked into the safety netting.
Also, worth noting, shout out to Carroll, because every jersey this season has been the white jersey so far, which I believe that we have to appreciate that, Brandon, up here.
Yeah,
the black ones are cool.
It's better than the white ones I used to wear when it had the blue background with the black 4 lettering.
I don't know. I like the old jerseys, but the numbers on the black jerseys are significantly harder to see, is the point that I'm getting at.
Yeah. Face-off won by the Chargers, kept in by Klein, as Braun has it. Nice move there. Works out to the point. Here's Phillips with a wrist shot. Wide. On the far half wall, Bird sends it down low. Scully is there for the Vipers. He'll hit the brakes and around to the far wall for Spear. He gets bumped into by Burge. It's in the corner, and Burge comes away with it. Now to Phillips at the point. Phillips a wrist shot blocked by Kosh. Common theme right now, block shots. Here is Braun with a chance. That one's blocked. Phillips tries to direct it at the net, takes a bounce, and here is the Vipers able to clear down the ice, and it will not be an icing. Klein has it for the Chargers. Going up the middle, over the line. He's poke checked, but he's able to get it in. Scully in the near corner, hits the brakes. Taken away by Burge. Burge loses the possession. Racing to get it back, and he missed it. Diving play, but it's offsides. Scully coming down the near side, and he's met by Burge. Burge back over the line. Tries to get it to himself, cannot. Phillips to Klein with a shot. That one just above the net. Scully sends it down the ice. Will it be on a net? No, so icing. I don't think it might have been on net, though. Just a little wide.
Yeah, just a hair wide, so icing it will be. Comes all the way back down here to the other end.
$11:14 left here in the second period. 0-0 is our score.
Don't know if we mentioned it yet, but shots on goal through the first period, 12 for the Vipers, 4 for Carroll, which was a little stunning, but you know what? I mean, Carroll missing the net a lot like we kind of touched on, and the Vipers a lot of shots on that power play, so yeah, there you go.
Taking our shot, save made there by Marks. Gathered up now by the Chargers at the point. Taking another wrist shot, wide of the net. The Vipers have it, poke checked away. Oh, it rolls just inside the crease. Here's a chance and a save made, rebound, and another save loose outside of the crease, and is picked up Drexler. Here's a backhand try, scores! I believe that's Victor Wolf.
Yeah, so after all that, Carroll finally able to score. Don't know how they don't get one here. I mean, everyone's jamming away. Vipers a great job to keep it out, but failed clearing attempt there. And on the backhand, Carroll able to take the lead in this one with 10:46 on the clock.
So the sophomore picking up his first goal of the season, at least in league play that we know of.
Yep, and we'll get
conference, I guess.
Yeah, and we'll get official confirmation of that here shortly. And it will be 81 from 15.
All right, Drexler with the assist, delayed offsides. Here's Scully coming down the near side, over the line, and it'll be offsides.
I just took Drake's thing.
10:26 remain here in the second. Not sure we mentioned, but all of our replays here presented by Traction Athletic Performance. Tie up on the draw. Coming away with it is Shurik. Shurik dodges a hit from Scully. That one might have been a little rough there. Kosh racing for it. Yeah, Scully finds it off the glass. Here is Fiedler. He'll put it down to the corner. Behind the net, Scully. Off the wall, far side, Spear. Back to Scully. Loses the handle. Picked up Spear. Can't clear it. Scully slaps it off the wall. They can't get it out. Scully, third try, and he doesn't clear. Held in by Gnau. That one's wide. Fiedler at the point, sends it back down low. Chargers trying to get it behind the net. Kosh able to get a stick on it. Let's see what he can do here. Cuts back to the far side. Scully's there. Reverses. Edsel will pick it up in the corner. Off the wall, and it's into the safety netting and out of play. It actually gets under the net.
There have been a good number of those this year, it seems like, at least over on the Indiana Tech side of things, which is where most of the hockey in the Ford has taken place so far this year.
Well, we've only had 3 Spaceman home games. All 3 were against the Motor City Gamblers over the weekend. Spaceman come away 2-1 on the weekend in a very rough weekend. A lot of penalties come on out and see some of the spacemen, see where players are going. I think Scully is signed with the spacemen. Admission's just $10, and our next home game
just
is
$10.
Hey, I mean, it's
the
cheaper than the Comets.
Baby. If penalty minutes are your thing,
it's
feel free
rough,
to come
tough.
out.
It's
feel free.
Good hockey,
I guarantee
tough. Next home game is November the 12th against the Toledo Cherokee.
If you want penalty minutes, definitely come out for that one. I'll tell you that right now. If you want to see the roughhousing, Spaceman's where to be.
Braun backhands it off the wall, down. Takes a bounce off the stanchion in the near corner. There's a hit and an interference will be called as Clark sees that one again.
And so that will be power play number 2 for the Chargers.
Speaking of the Comets, their next home game is November the 11th against the Toledo Walleye on Military Appreciation Night. I believe tickets are available for that one too. Come on out. And the Comets still the hottest ticket in town. Off to a rough start.
I don't know about that. I wouldn't say the top.
I mean, what's their competition
Brandon.
What's their competition right now?
The fourth game of the season, a home game on a Saturday night against a brand new team, and they couldn't even put 7,000 in. I would not call it the hottest ticket in town. I would call that the only ticket in town, to be honest. Mad Ants started, I think, on Saturday, which I guarantee 99% of the Fort Wayne population did not know. 99.9%. And I'm a Mad Ants guy. I like the Mad Ants. Anyways.
Klein going up to Cup, far side. Over the line on the attack, gets the Burge. Burge with a shot, save made. It's loose in the crease, and Mark's able to dive down and cover. And I think the bag restrictions, too, going back to the Coliseum at least, is easing up. No more clear bags, but like no book bags and big bags. But I think you're able to kind of go back to what it was before the pandemic.
Well, and I think part of that is that they're doing the metal detectors now.
Oh, yeah, that's
which
a new thing.
Prayers up for that one. The Mad Ants do it, which is different when you draw a crowd of like 1,000 as opposed to 7,000.
Carteau with it. Reverses around to the far side. Cup. Minute 15 left on the power play here for the Chargers. Burge has it. Burge over the line on the attack. On the far side, drops it down to Cup. Cup. Along the wall, he's pressured by Van Ryn. Now far side corner now. As they're someone's trying to work it free here. It is just along the wall, tied up. Burge will come away with it. Behind the net. Looking at the options. Taking the time. There's a shot. Hits the side of the net. Now tries to get out to Braun. Braun with it. At the point. There's a wrist shot. Blocked there by Backstrom. And that one is held in at the line by Klein. Sent down low. Brown off the wall. And that one is out. So I'll bring it down to 15 seconds on the power play. Enough for one more rush. Braun will lead it. Over the line on the attack. Braun a wrist shot. He missed the net. Here's Burge, far side corner. Burge with it still. There's a shot wide. Power play over. Vipers back to full strength. There's a wrist shot also wide. Play along the wall. Here's Kosh. Gets a bump from Burge. Ganal will pick up the loose puck. Back over the line. Here's Ganal with a wrist shot. Stick save made. Rebound to the corner. Edsel will have it. Looks up to Kosh. Kosh slowly coming out the zone. Will backhand it up to Spear. And that one's just tipped over the line. As that one's sent down for an icing with 6:38 left here in the second period.
So the Vipers will get an offensive zone draw after killing off that penalty. A chance to start building some momentum here again. Finding themselves down 1, but it, again, is just 1. Still a long way to go, just past the halfway mark of the game so far this evening. At least game 1 of our Week 3 doubleheader.
Face-off won by the Vipers. Out at the point, wrist shot blocked by Drinkall. Can Drexler come away with it? Cannot. Here's Kraus. Off the wall. Finding it to Shearer. Looking up for Drexler. Drinkall has it. In the high slot with a wrist shot. Wide. Near side corner. Shearer's there. He's battling for possession. And the Vipers will come away with it. Here's Rice. In the neutral. Over the line. That was poked away by Kraus. Westhoff is there. He takes a bump from Drexler, and he is able to get it behind the net to the far side. Tigner goes off the wall. It's stopped there along the far point. And kicked up. Here is Shearer. Looking for Drinkall. He finds him. Over the line, and he is easily knocked down by Backstrom. Here come the Vipers, back down, over the line on the attack, dumping inside the zone. Kraus has it. Gets it up to Shearer. Shearer off the wall, looking for Baldwin, but does not find it. So Shearer, once again, will just dump it in. That clear attempt knocked down by Baldwin. Wolf getting held onto, and yep.
As soon as you start seeing like the jersey getting pulled, like there's no doubt about that, especially with Clark right behind the play. Like that one's getting called every time. That's getting called every time.
Line of sight.
Yeah, that's getting called every single time. By any official, not even just Clark.
So 5:13 left here in the second period. I believe this will be their third power play.
Numero trace. Unsuccessful so far.
So we'll see what they can do here. 5:13 left in the second. Burge will take the draw. He'll lose it to Bertels. Brown off the glass. Here's Cup at the far point. Oh, that one's poked away, and it's into the neutral. Klein with it. Up to Burge. Burge has to hit the brakes. He's got Bertels right on him. Goes far side now. Burge taking a look at the time, goes down to the near side for Braun. Braun back to Burge. Burge out to Klein at the ball, bounced over his stick and rolls out. Klein, pass for Burge just missed. Here's a chance for the Vipers. They find it along their own bench, and now Cup the other way. At the far face-off circle, cutting back to the point. Here's Cup. Out to Klein, onside play. Klein a drive, stick save made. Rebound far corner. Backstrom and Braun tie up along the wall. Ganow's there, able to work it free. Now with it, down to Braun, back to Ganow. That one's blocked, I think, or it might have hit the side of the net.
I think it got blocked.
Here's Cup at the point, off the wall, finds Burge. Burge with it, down low to Ganow. Burge once again. Out to Braun along the near side. Poked there by Bertels, and the Vipers just get it over the line, but Braun has it. At the red line, Braun with the head of steam up the middle. There's a shot wide. And we got another penalty. See what it'll be on. I don't think anyone really knows. Interference.
It looks like it's going to be on Carroll based on Braun's reaction and Carroll's bench's reaction. And it looks like it will be on Carroll.
It's Burge.
So that will bring their power play to a conclusion 20 seconds early.
And then, barring anything else, the Vipers have a minute 40 power play.
So we've seen the Vipers' power play has been effective. I mean, the bulk of their shots so far in this game, or at least in the first period, came on the power play. It was, of course, interference on Burge, which we knew.
Gross wins the draw back to the point. Oh, poked away by Braun. Braun going up the near side with speed. Along the near side, there's a wrist shot, and a blocker save made by Marks. It's loose at the side of the net. Kosh works it out at the point. Here's Klinke trying to drive it back down low. The Vipers are now on the power play. Here they come. Gross over the line on the attack. Drops to Kosh. Kosh Tries to find Bertels, and it was behind him. Bertels over to the far side for Gross. To Kosh, out to the point. Scully a drive, and it is into the safety netting.
That one got up. That one elevated.
That one I don't think was flat when it got out to him.
Yeah, I like what Kosh is thinking there on the pass, but I mean, in hindsight, 2020, probably going to want the shot there.
Yeah, they're going to put it outside the zone.
Yeah, I mean, it was straight up and out, so.
So minute 24 power play here for the Vipers. They'll lose the draw, but are they able to find the loose puck? They are not. Clanky backhands it down the ice. 2:47 left here in the second. Only one goal up on the board. It's Wolf that had the goal. Bertels with a wrist shot, and it hits the glass. Worked out to the point. Westhoff tries to find Kosh and just missed the mark.
Playing with some good pace here. Already down to 2:28 left in the period. 55 seconds remain on the penalty to Burge. Viper's going to make just one line change here. Bring out the captain. Gross. In exchange for Westhoff.
Bertels for the draw. And that one is picked up by Bertels. Wrist shot. Hit the post and in! A power play goal, and the Vipers have tied it up.
Look at that one. Take a look at our replay, powered by Traction Athletic Performance. Bertels catches this one in the slot, winds up off the post and in. The Vipers continuing to excel on the man advantage, and they are back even at 1-1.
So with 2:22 in the second period, we have a tie game. Face-off won by Braun. Here come the Vipers. Van Ryn trying to cut to the middle and is broken up by Klein. Knocked away from Burgestick from Gross. Shearer ties up along the near side. Still working it free. Klein has it, sends it over to the far side. Phillips off the wall, out of the zone. Burge with it, back over the line, and that one's offsides. And we got a penalty called on the play.
That's going to draw some extracurriculars when that happens to Braun. I didn't even see.
And now the retaliation from Phillips is going to negate the power play for the Chargers.
I didn't even see the whole thing. So we're going to take a look at this replay powered by Traction Athletic Performance. I mean, who even is that? What, Edwards?
Edwards gets the interference, and the retaliation roughing from Phillips will even things out. Coaching staff get an explanation from both. So with 1:51 left here, it's a 1-1 game. So off the draw, it'll be controlled by the Vipers. Here comes Brown over the line, shot towards the net, and it's stopped by Carteau.
So it is officially interference for Edwards and roughing for Phillips. The assists on the power play goal to Gross and Darcy Koch.
So 5-on-5 action. There, coincidental is not on the board. Spear takes it behind the net. Here's Koch. Koch at the far corner, out to the point. Here's Backstrom, a wrist shot, blocked by Burge. Braun has it, feeds up to Burge. Burge at the far side with a shot off the shoulder of Marks. Rebound cleared out to the point. Braun holds it in. Backhands down low. Burge with it. Out to the point, Fiedler. Fiedler fakes the shot, goes down low. Shearer to Burge. Burge hits the post. He was all alone, wide open net, and he hit the post. Kosh the other way. Here's a shot. And he scores! Oh my, can you believe what we just saw? An empty net chance for Burge, hit the post, Kosh comes the other way and scores.
That's just brutal, truly brutal stuff. We'll see the full thing here on this replay, and this is truly devastating. Mark's totally looking the other way, and Burge is going to be having nightmares about that one tonight. And here comes Kosh the other way, sticks with it, gets totally, is right around that Carroll defender. You can see they are not happy about it. And Kosh has put his team back in front for the first time tonight. 2 goals, a minute and 20 seconds apart for the Fort Wayne Vipers. They have the lead.
Off the draw, the Vipers control it. Van Ryn tips it inside the zone. Scully has it poked away by Drexler, and Marks will play it behind the net. Under a minute to play. Drexler, a bit of contact with Marks. Nothing too major, so they'll let it go. Here's Scully coming down. Scully with a wrist shot right on the blocker of Carteau, who will catch it with the glove.
He's getting caught up here. Very tough for Carroll. I mean, you get to the last 2.5 minutes of the period, you think you're kind of cruising a little bit, and now that is just a tough situation.
Tie up off the draw, working it free out to the point, blocked down by Backstrom. Around to the near side, Gross. Worked out to the point, Brown with a shot, that's wide. Looking for a tip out front by Kosh. Wolf sends it down the ice with 16 left here in the second. Off the wall, misses Gross. It'll be Tigner in his own net, or in his own zone rather. Here's Baldwin, over to Wolf, far side. Stick lift there, loses balance, and that will do it for the second period. The Vipers up 2-1. We'll take a break here as you are watching high school hockey on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with Jim Rat's basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the EDGE program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training, just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
I just want to be the best in basketball. So I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me. So I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts, all with a 99% career success rate.
You belong here.
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 I belong here.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
In 4 years, this could be you.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts.
You belong here.
Our football team haven't won a sectional title in 32 years.
There's no team better than us, and we just do our job.
Nobody really want to lose no more.
All you want is greatness. You want me 1, 2, 3?
This is the game that's been on my calendar all year.
We gonna need you. Staying disciplined.
We a whole different Northside team.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Back here at the Sport One Parkview Ice House, we are in our intermission here between the Fort Wayne Vipers and the Carroll Chargers, where the Carroll Chargers are down in this game 2-1 over the Vipers. The goals in that period, one coming from Victor Wolf, one from Bertels,
and Kosh.
Yeah, thank you.
I got you, dog. That's why I write it down.
Yeah, I'm trying to fix my sound here. It's cutting in and out. There we go.
Ripping
So I can hear you.
apart.
You were also saying it. My bad. All right, so yeah, 2-1 game right now in favor of the Vipers. A power play goal?
Yes, the first one was.
So a power play goal for the Vipers. They continue to excel on the power play. We'll take a look back here at our goals for this evening.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance.
Let's see which one, because I got plenty of them captured here.
I think that's the Charger goal.
No, I don't know. This is the right one, so I don't know. I might have misfired on something.
Yeah, because they work it free out to the down low. Here's a backhand by Wolf, and it's in. So that's the Charger goal.
All right, and we will skip ahead to this is the Vipers' second goal. First goal. I'm sorry. For Mr. Bertels. And we're starting. Now I got to dig a little bit more.
All the way
now
at the
I got
end.
a couple of
All the
shenanigans
way, there you go.
See, Brandon, you're so much smarter than me. You even know. I mean, I'm the one that's been capturing them, and you know where they're located. That's so tough. That's such a tough situation right there. I mean, and then just insult to injury here. Late in the period, too. I mean, that's 2 sticks that probably could be broken on that play. I mean, one for Burge, and then I don't know if that was Fiedler?
I think it was Fiedler.
I don't know about that. I don't know. Let me make sure I think it was Feeds.
Either way.
Yeah, it's Fiedler. That's so tough. I mean, either way, you know what? I mean, there's still 15 minutes to go. I mean, we know Carroll can score. Like, that's certainly not a question. And, yeah. So there you go. There you have it. Should be a great third period.
Yeah, so with that, we mentioned 15 on the clock. A 2-1 game here between the Vipers and the Chargers. We'll see how the Carroll can respond coming out of the locker room here down by a goal. I don't expect them to change too much. Maybe just start simplifying things a little bit. The Vipers obviously continuing what they want to continue what they have done. So we'll take a break here as you are watching high school hockey here on SummitCitySports.com.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Waffle breakfast sandwiches are dropping at Tim's. Our sweet, fluffy maple waffles, packed with a fresh cracked egg, savory sausage, or sizzling bacon, and melty, gooey cheese. The Maple Waffle Breakfast Sandwich, made to make your day. It's time for Tim's.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Well, we're back here, but the teams are not, so I guess we'll just
Run
step
it.
aside again.
I came into PSM my freshman year after volleyball. Just coming here just really improved like mentally and physically. I brought in my strengths. I came in and I learned how to grow as an athlete. I mean, I've gotten stronger, sprint faster, get up higher. My jump has elevated. Working with Tyler, he built up my endurance for everything, whether it's in weights, sprints. All across the board, we just keep working, and I have athlete development at Warsaw High School that I go to, and so I send him my thing every day, and we change what we do in here to adapt to what we do there. High school volleyball, when you can go up to 5 sets, being able to just outwork everybody and still being able to put in that 100% was huge for me. PSM performance definitely helped me mentally. I know I can beat out people, I know I can work for what I have, and I know I can even go to the next level on the court. Looking at college, I can put on it, I'm training at a college level. I mean, I come in here and I watch college athletes train. You have hockey players, soccer, you look around and you see every type you can. Just being able to see that level, and I know that I can reach that level as well. You gotta work to be the best, and that was just what I wanted to do. I knew that from a young age. I wanted to put in the work.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, I mean, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, I mean, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
All right, teams have returned to the ice here. We get set for the third period. We thank everybody for tuning in here to Summit City Sports for today's Game 1 matchup. Family and friends from all over, even to my own family down in Florida watching tonight's game. So we got people all the way down to
all the
Florida,
way down,
all the way down to the Space Coast.
I'll be down in Florida in 45 days, I think, at this point, and I am very much looking forward to it. But unfortunately,
let's make sure we get the scoreboard up.
Wisdom teeth removal might be awaiting me on the other side of that vacation. So very bittersweet.
All right, so 15 on the clock, and we're ready to go. See what changes have been made as Braun will win the draw. Tigner far side off the wall, and he hits Schiebel again. Schiebel's just getting whacked. Here is Kraus. Down low, feeds over to Burge along the near side, poked away by Kosh. The Chargers coming away with it. Braun over the line on the attack. Braun a shot, and it's blocked into the safety netting.
And very quickly up into the safety netting.
Very common theme this evening. Vipers doing a very good job blocking shots.
Yep, sticks on pucks. It's worked out for him so far. I mean, only 1 goal against at this point. Marks hasn't had to see a whole lot of shots on goal, and through 2 periods, we're 18-17 in favor of the Vipers on shots on goal.
Van Ryn gets it out of the zone. It's in the neutral as coming away with it. Well, we'll figure that out here in a second. And it's Burge as it was tied up along the wall. Burge, nice move around the defense to the far corner. Burge feeds.
Oh,
it's in the net. That is makeup for the missed opportunity earlier.
That is so tough. Marks was absolutely not ready for this in the slightest. And, I mean, it shows. So 53 seconds in, Burge follows this one into the corner. I mean, just a nothing play. I mean, Marks doesn't even react until it's too late. And Burge, I mean, you'll definitely take that. I think exercising some demons there on the Selly. His team back even at 2-2.
Wow. That's the one that you always don't like as a goaltender. It's just those bad angle ones. Scully over to Edsel, far side. Feeds up to Van Ryn. Over the line on the attack to Bertels, and it's into the corner. Here's Shearer. Feeds up to Braun. Braun coming down the near side. Poke check by Bertels. Bertels got a nice long reach there. Here's Edsel. Retreating in his own zone. Goes off the wall. And it's going to be picked up by Braun. Braun in the low slot. Backhand. Scores! And they'll count it. A delay penalty was on the play. And they'll count the goal. And just like that, the Chargers are on top.
Yeah, Carroll, that's about as good of a start to a period as you could be hoping for, as not even 2 full minutes in, and we have another Chargers goal. Braun picks this one up, cutting to the slot on the backhand, lets it go, and scores. So Carroll regains the lead. Sheesh.
All right, here we go. Face-off won by the Chargers. They'll backhand it inside the zone. Racing for it is Brown. Around off the wall, intercepted, feeds out front to Ganau. Ganau, spin around chance, hits this post. Out to the point, down low. It's going to be picked up, Gooding. Picked up now by Cup. Cup with pressure at the point, sends it back down low to Ganau. Ganau out to Klinke, all by himself at the point. There's a drive, blocked by Rice. Rebound, or the block chance will be over to, I believe that was Whistler, and it's up to Rice. Bodied off the play there by Fiedler, and that one is held in at the line. Here's a chance for the Vipers, a shot right in the glove of Carteau, who hangs on.
Carroll starting to buzz there a little bit, cooled down ever so slightly after that stop by Carteau, able to catch that one in the glove through the traffic. But a hot start to this period has them in front, 3-2.
So off the draw, it's going to be shot wide. A bounce off the Zamboni doors. You don't see that very much on this rink.
I think we're 3 for 3 on saying that this year so far, Brandon.
It's still true. I mean, you don't see it as often as you do over on rink 3, the Tech Eyes that we saw during the COVID season.
Yeah.
As that one is blocked by Wolf. Wolf backhands up. Here is Drexler with a chance. That's blocked by Scully. There's a wrist shot. Stick to the far corner. Feeds to the slot. Oh, he hit Wolf in the skates. Spear. It's Gross now. Gets it over the line. As it's far corner. Kosh knocked away. I think that's Baldwin coming down the far side, and it is. Met there by Spear. Out muscle Spear is Baldwin. And Backstrom able to get it back into the neutral. Kosh the other way. Kosh onside. There's a shot just wide.
Barely.
Bertels can't hold it. Burge. Here comes Braun the other way. Braun with a shot. Hit the post. Man. Rebound to Shearer, and he can't get it settled. Bertels around to the far side. Kosh is there. Battling Burge for possession, goes off the wall, finds Bertels, and it's still along the corner. Battling for is Bertels and Shearer. Bertels comes away with it, goes off the wall near side. Van Ryn pushed into the wall by Burge, goes back to the near side corner. Shearer battles Bertels off the back of the net to the far side now. Edwards can't settle it down. Hellman at the blue line. There's a shot tipped by Shearer just above the net and wide. Along the near side, the Vipers finally able to clear. Kraus over to the far side, and that one's intercepted. Here's Backstrom. Scully feeds up to Van Ryn, stolen by Shearer. Backhands into the zone. Scully to Edwards. Knocked away, here's Burge. Reverses to the corner, met by Cup and Scully. Those two go down. And racing in is Ganau. Strips Gross of the puck. Cup is there. Along the near side. Out to the far point. Missed the mark, but able to keep it in was Fiedler. Ganau has it. Far corner. Feeds to the slot for Cup a one time, and he fans on it. Got the heel. Kraus spin. Oh, rolls off his stick, and he's able to regather it in. Cup off the wall, sends it around. Here's Rice. In the far corner. End of the slot. Gross, a chance. Save Carteau. Gross alone in the slot. Scully. No high stick there. White cannot put it in. And that one's shot in by Fiedler. Reverse hit on Rice. That one off the ball, and I think they're going to call it off a player on the bench.
I think it was. I thought it hit Clark, personally.
Goaltender Cameron Clark.
Still yet to see him. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised. I figured we'd see a little more rotation coming out of the Vipers in goal. We'll see what Homestead does tonight goaltending-wise. They rotated the first two games.
Yeah. Off the tie-up, it was going to be picked up Scully. Here's Van Ryn. Van Ryn with a shot blocker save made. It's up into the air, knocked down, and gathered up at the point. Here come the Chargers down the far side. There's a shot just above the net and wide. Along the near side, Shurik is there. Work free, Scully goes up to Edwards. Far side, throws it inside the Carroll end. 8:28 remaining here in the third. Off the wall, here's Drinkall. Finds Shurik with a wrist shot, blocked. Drexler a chance, save made, loose at the crease, and it is covered. Now Shurik got a bit of an extra bump there from Watson at the end.
Well, Bertels wants to say something as well. Nothing coming of it.
So Braun to the draw against Gross with 8:14 left here in the third. Face-off won by Gross. Brown around to the near side. Spear. Tied up by Burge. Shearer trying to come away with it. Worked free. Here's Burge. Burge with a shot through the crease and wide. Phillips, far side point. Down low to Burge. Burge at the corner. Feeds to the slot, and it's up into the air off the glass. Still in play. Got to be careful there on the numbers, and everything's all good, and they work it out.
I was going to say, Clark's standing right there. I thought he would call it.
That's offside.
Yeah, I was going to say that was close, but yeah, offsides. So still 3-2. Carroll in front.
Yep, 7:42 left here in the third.
Yeah, about halfway through.
Face-off won by the Vipers. They'll clear it down as far as the red line before the Chargers put it back in. Burge sends it around behind the net. Brown is there for the Vipers. Works up to Kosh. Pressured by Phillips. They'll work it near side. Bounce pass off the wall to Spear. Spear puts it inside the Charger end. Burge can't get it settled. Here are the Vipers. And that one gathered up by the Chargers, kept it at the point by Brown. Can he do it again? It's worked to the near side. And here is Braun, right up the middle. Good back check by Backstrom to break it up. And Spear tries to clear it and is able to do so. Phillips up to Burge. Burge, poke check by Scully, but it's picked up Braun. Braun with a shot. Scores! Dylan Braun, his second of the game.
Yeah, I was hoping he was going to keep it simple there, shoot the puck, had the room. I was like, just take it, rip it. No need to be trying to dangle here. And that is exactly what he did. We'll see Burge with control of the puck here. He kind of gets poke checked. Actually, he keeps going, then he gets poke checked. Nicely right onto the stick of Braun, and unfortunate camera work there by Mr. Hunter Sosenheimer. And you know what? Sometimes that's just the way it goes, Hunter. We will forgive you for that one. But I will say it was a beautiful shot there by Dylan Braun.
So Ganau has it far side, drops it back to the D, feeds up to Cup. Cup at the red line, off the glass. Puts it in, no ice, no offsides. Scully up into the safety netting, and it clears the netting once again, out of play.
All right. Braun points on all 3 of the Carroll goals this period. Had an assist on the goal to Brody Burge. So Dylan Braun now up to 13 points on the season.
So over halfway. We're 3 weeks in. He's already over halfway to his total from last season.
Correct.
Jeez. Feeds to the middle, broken up. Worked out to Bertels. And is poked away off his stick, gathered up in the neutral zone. He's got Cup all over him. Bertels sends it up to Rice, goes off the wall. Gotta be careful.
Yeah,
Carroll wanted the too many men, but that's complete discretion of the officials. They felt they weren't in the field of play.
Yeah, there you go.
Here's Kosh with a chance. There's another one, and save Carto.
And very fortunate for the officials, because I'm sure they would have been getting an earful if the Vipers scored off of that. So,
yep, the too many men, complete discretion of the officials. They have to feel like they are in the field of play. And on that one, they feel that they weren't.
Yep.
5:44 left here. Something on the goal line, so they'll pick that up for safety.
Absolutely. Can't be having debris on the ice.
That one won by the Chargers. That one running around the boards, and that is a nice move to clear it out. I believe that was Baldwin. And they hit the... almost.
Shin was ready, though. He was ready. He was watching it.
He was watching it. That almost did work out, though.
I thought it was going to. I thought they were just patient enough, but it wasn't meant to be. So, neutral zone draw, 5.5 to go. Nitty-gritty, down 2 goals here for the Vipers.
Face-off won by the Carroll Chargers. Drexler with that win, and Baldwin will put it in the zone. Around to Van Ryn. That one blocked. As is picked up now by... There we go. Fiedler.
Processing takes some time.
I was just waiting for someone to grab it. Brown, far side, shoots it at the net. Blocker save. It's up into the air. Drops down just outside the crease, but Fiedler's there. Backstrom holds the line. Shot blocked. And they clear. Bertels over to Scully. Scully racing up the middle. Over the line on the attack. Scully takes it behind the net. Goes to the far side. He's bumped off the play. As Kosh runs into somebody. Bad pass. And Burge able to recover. Burge over the line near side. There's a wrist shot just wide. Shearer. He mishandled that one. And Kosh poke checked away there. Picked up Shearer and he's poke checked. Braun has it. Over the line. Braun a shot. On the top of the glove. In and out. Picked up Burge. Tries to find Shearer, but it's missed through the feet. Braun has it. Goes off the glass around the boards to the far side. Backstrom reverses to the near point. Kept in. There's a shot blocked by Scully. Shearer a chance and another block. Scully. Kosh tries to work it free. Cannot. Stolen by Braun to Burge. Burge with the forehand. Nice stick lift, but it's a hook. A little too long. A little too much.
Yep. Wasn't sure if we were going to get it, but yeah, that's a hook. Questionable on, not questionable. That was a hook. Questionable on if they were going to call it for a second is what I was getting at. So Scully will go ahead and sit 2. Not what you want if you're down by 2 with 3:50 to play.
No, but it's kind of the ones, it's you kind of got to do it or you risk
I mean, honestly, Carroll 0 for 3 on the power play so far, so, like, not the worst idea, but, I mean, you just hate being shorthanded.
That one cleared out by Backstrom. Carteau leaves it behind the net. Van Ryn with pressure on Klein. Trying to get a breakout set up. Finds Cup. Pressure by Van Ryn. Gets it up. Here's good now. Off the wall. Taken away by Van Ryn, and they clear once again. Vipers not letting the Chargers get set up.
No, they're not. Problem is that the Vipers need to be the ones getting set up. But we'll see if they're going to be able to do that here. Still a minute 15 on the power play.
Coming down, here's Klein with a shot just wide. Another opportunity, hits the side of the net. Backstrom has it and clears. Here's Cup. Taking a look. Goes to the near side. Burge over the line. Burge hits the brakes at the half wall. Works out to the point. Here's a shot blocked, and it's gathered in Brown, and gets it to Gross and down the ice. 40 seconds of power play time remaining. Down the ice, over the line. It's Krause with a shot blocked by Watson. Here's Burge. Burge with it, feeds Braun. Braun getting bumped around, still maintains possession. Here's Gannett. Oh, that's a weird bounce.
That is.
I have to watch that. Feeds Braun.
10 seconds.
Cuts back. Oh, lost it on the toe drag. Here's Gross the other way. Gross gets around the defense. Cartel comes out and puts it to the wall. Poked away by Kosh. Kosh the other way. Here's Darcy Kosh with the feed to Gross. Saved by Carteau. Gross tried to catch Carteau sliding over. Tried to go back to the blocker, but it's a save there by Carteau.
And a big hit there, but that's going to draw a penalty.
On Burge. And here's a chance. Scores! Bertels. I don't think they knew it. The parents not knowing that that's in the net. They weren't cheering on that one.
Yeah, they were paying attention to the penalty, I think, as most of us probably were. But the Vipers back within one with a minute 25 to play. You see the penalty there to Burge, which is going to be negated now. And the wrister from Bertels to the far side. His second of the game.
All right, it's a one-goal game and a timeout called by the Vipers. We'll take a quick break. You're watching high school hockey here on SummitCitySports.com.
This has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, I mean, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, I mean, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Dealing with joint pains, sprains, strains, or back pain? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, Ortho Express has specialized orthopedic physicians on staff when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Friday 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Right off the draw as it's won by the Vipers. Scully over to Backstrom. That one sent into the Carroll end. Off the glass. Held in. Bertels. Shot. Blocked. A rebound just outside the crease. Scores! Darcy Koch! We're tied!
And that's a bench and that's a crowd. Everyone's going nuts. It's loud in here, folks. It is loud. You see Darcy getting everyone fired up. And I'll tell you what, the second you see this get blocked by Krause and it's in his stomach, that to me that's danger. I mean, he has to drop it somewhere. I mean, no one knows where. Kosh able to find it and score. My goodness. We've got ourselves a game on our hands. I told you it would be a great third period, and we finally have one. Timeout by Carroll.
Timeout, Carroll. So we'll get a quick here from the Tim Hortons ad. We'll be right back.
Waffle breakfast sandwiches are dropping at Tim's. Our sweet, fluffy maple waffles, packed with a fresh cracked egg, savory sausage, or sizzling bacon, and melty, gooey cheese. The Maple Waffle Breakfast Sandwich, made to make your day. It's time for Tim's.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
All right, back here at the Sport One Parkview Ice House. It is a tie game, 4-4.
Yeah,
with a minute 7.
Intense stuff right now, Brandon. This is what it's all about.
Burge off the face-off win by the Chargers. Burge comes away with it off the glass, kept in, and Bertels works it out. Under a minute to play, that one off the wall. And around to the near side corner, Kosh. Kosh feeds it up out to the point. Backstrom holds the line. Lays a reverse hit on Burge. The Chargers have it. Turnover at their blue line, but it is out. Sent back in. Burge has it. 35 on the clock. Shearer to Braun. Braun with a shot. Blocked by Backstrom. Shearer off the glass. Glove down Bertels. Along the far corner, they'll tie it up. And they'll blow it dead.
It's in Shearer's pants.
Normally the disappearing puck act is a goaltending trade.
Yeah.
With all the equipment we wear.
Mm-hmm. Is it just me, or like, are Shearer's pants probably a size too big?
Oh.
I think they look
I didn't specialize in players here.
I'm just looking literally every other player, Brandon.
I know. I'm just saying, I haven't touched player gear since probably I was in initiation back at McMillan. That one sent wide of the net. 10 seconds to play here. That one out of the zone and will be offsides.
A little slow on the whistle there by DeJarnett, but it's all good. I mean, tenths matter. Tenths of seconds matter.
7.8. So while it's the most probable outcome, have we had an OT this year? This
Negative.
Season?
Negative. Well, the Vipers and Leo was not overtime. Let's consult.
No, because it'd be on our statutes.
It was not. It was not.
So this will be more than likely our first OT with 6.5.
Let's go.
Face-off won by the Chargers. Braun backhands it in. Onside play, and that will do it. We're going to overtime.
Tremendous. Tremendous, Brandon.
So this will be a 3-on-3 OT, 5 minutes. And then after that, I think it will be a best-of-3 shootout if we get that far.
That's my understanding. I don't think it's changed.
I will probably see Kosh, Spear, Backstrom would be my prediction for the Vipers. Braun,
well, what about
Burge.
Rice?
I could see Rice, yeah. Braun, Burge, and at the point, probably
Klein?
Tigner. Klein or Tigner?
Klein, bro. Get out of here. Klein. It's got to be Klein.
You never know.
Yeah, I remember that kid's freshman season. He was a stud. He was skating it up and down. Like his second half of his freshman year, he was money. And last year, didn't play as much of an offensive role. This year, it seems like he's kind of playing a little bit more back into that. I don't know. I think we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I mean, if you put stock into who's standing out there, I mean, Tigner and Clanky are standing on the ice, but I don't know if you put a ton of stock into that.
All right.
Yeah, Clanky looks like he's hopping off. Who just hopped back on? I think Fiedler hopped on. That would have been, honestly, that would have been my second pick.
Vipers send out Gross, Kosh, and Backstrom. So I was 2 out of the 3. Chargers
well,
answer.
I mean, some of them are layups, dog.
Chargers answer with Braun, Ganau, and Klein.
I think Marks doesn't. Nobody knows what net they're supposed to be in.
I don't think the goalies know about this. I mean, this is the first OT of the season.
Shots on goal that third period. Carroll 8, Vipers 7.
All right. 5 minutes, 3-on-3 overtime. Face-off won by the Chargers. Ganau with it. Over the Klein. Feeds up to Ganau. Ganau over the line to the high slot. There's a shot. Blocker save made Marks. Backstrom ties up Ganau. Kosh comes in. Ganau has it to Braun. Poke check by Gross. There's a drive wide. And it's behind the net. Ganau battling Backstrom. Backstrom comes away with it. Here go the Vipers. Feeds over to Gross. Far side. Will cut back and play it in the defensive end. Looking for Kosh. Bounces over the stick. Here's Ganau the other way. Ganau with a shot. He scores! Chargers win in overtime!
And there you have it. Carroll coming out on top here tonight. We'll take a look at it on our replay. 4:13 left in this one. Took him 47 seconds. In comes Ganau. He'll fire, and that one gets between the arm and the pad. And the Chargers are going to walk out of here with the win. But it was in doubt, Brandon. A fantastic late game comeback by the Vipers. Easy, no doubt about it. Early game of the year. And that was even before the late game stuff happened.
Yeah. So with that, the Chargers win 5-4 in overtime. We thank everybody for tuning in here on Summit City Sports. Our next game coming up here in about 15 minutes. That is Homestead and Leo. We thank everybody for tuning in here to SummitCitySports.com, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.